Hello, this is Ryan from the Game Room, and I'm here with our first video that actually has more than just us sitting and talking in it. This is going to be a Feral Druid PvP guide for your spec and glyphs. Alright, let's get right on started. I'll have to apologize, this is pre-recorded and I'm doing a voiceover over it, so I can't really mouse over any of the talents or anything. I'll read them off to you from a separate window, but this will have to do. First off, first tier I have all three of them, Feral Swiftness, Fear, and Predatory Strikes. All three of them are mandatory talents. You can't go without these. Feral Swiftness, movement speed in cat, and dodge in cat and bear form. That's always good. Fear gives you a 100% chance to gain 10 rage and 100 energy whenever you switch to bear form or cat form. This is also a must-have. You don't want to sit there and wait for your energy to regen, and that 10 rage gives you a nice little boost whenever you go to bear. The last one, Predatory Strikes. I mainly have this for the Ravage crits, the Ravage crit chance. The little healing proc that it gives, the instant cast heal, I've only ever used on coincidence. I never get off a finishing move only to use that heal, because I only use instant cast heals, which you should too. Next tier, we have Infected Wounds. Simple, another must-have talent. Since you being melee, if someone realizes that they're being raped too hard and they need to run away, this will make them run slower away from you. And it also decreases their attack speed too, so that's a given. That's another given bonus, mandatory talent. You notice I don't have Fury Swipes. That's because it is based off your auto attack, and to have to think about your auto attack in PvP, it's not something you need to be thinking about. You need to be thinking about your main abilities like your bleeds, and if you're in bear, you need to think about your defensive abilities. You don't need to have to be thinking about your auto attack in the middle of all this. So those 3 points are best spent elsewhere. Next point, Primal Fury. Also a must-have. This is what helps you get your talent points faster in cat form. 100% chance when you crit to gain 2 talent points with your talent point generating abilities. It also gives you a chance to generate 5 rage when you crit when you're in bear form, which is also really good. Next one is Feral Aggression. This one is one of the ones that I got because I had 2 points left and I didn't know where to put them. It's really good because Ferocious Bite, if you ever use that to need to finish somebody off with that, the 10% damage bonus to that is really good. But what I mainly have this for is for Fairy Fire. When you put that on, it automatically gives it 3 stacks whenever you use it, versus having to stack it up mandatory, just on your own. It automatically does 3 stacks. Next one, I also have all 4 on the next tier. King of the Jungle also is just a mandatory talent. Increase your damage by 15% when you're enraged in bear form, and then your Tiger's Fury also generates 60 energy, which is really good. If you open up on somebody, you end up with low energy, you pop that, and all your energy's back. And you just continue to spam your combo point abilities, preferably Mangle if you're doing it right. Feral Charge. If you don't have, I'm not even going to explain this, you need it. The follow-up talent to it, though, Stampede, is also really, really good. Mainly for cat form. After you Feral Charge in cat form, you get a free Ravage. And it's kind of iffy worded in the talent. It says it doesn't require stealth and it's free, your Ravage, but it also doesn't require you to be behind the enemy. You can do this with the Stampede proc Ravage. You can do it from in front of the enemy too. So just a little word of advice there. Thick Hide, mandatory, self-explanatory, 10% armor, 78% armor if you're in bear form. Very, very, very good talent. Leader of the Pack, 5% chance to crit. Chance to heal yourself when you crit, mandatory. Brutal Impact. This is a really, really, really good talent. It increases the duration of your bash and pounce stun durations, which is really good, and also decreases the cooldown of your bash by 10 seconds when you're in bear form. That's also really good. But it decreases the cooldown of your skull bash by 50 seconds. 50. That makes it have only a 10-second cooldown. this is mandatory against spellcasters. If you want to have spellcasters, if you want to take down spellcasters, you're going to need to interrupt them at more than once every minute. So this is a must-have. Next one, Nurturing Instinct increases your healing spells by up to 100% of your agility and increases healing done to you by 20% in cat form. This is also one of those talents that, like, I had 2 points left over, so I put them here. Help you heal if you need to heal. Going on, Primal Madness. Tiger's Fury and Berserk also now increase your current and maximum energy by 20% during the durations, and your Enrage and Berserk ability instantly generate 12 rage. More energy to rape people with. Mandatory talent. Next one, Survival Instincts, straight up damage reduction. This is also a must-have talent. I call it my oh shit button. In bear or cat form, I'm starting to take a lot of damage. I pop this, and it decreases damage taken. It's a very good talent. Next one, Endless Carnage. Increases the duration of your Rake by 6 seconds and your Savage Roar and Pulverize by 8 seconds. Mainly have this for Rake, just because refreshing it less often is good. Next one, Natural Reaction. Damage taken by 12% in bear form, and increase your dodge chance while in bear form, and you generate 3 rage every time you dodge in bear form. Also really, really good. Rend and Tear, the next one. I don't have Blood in the Water or Pulverize. Both are they're kind of iffy. You're not really going to use them that much in PvP. So Rend and Tear increases the damage by your Maul and Shred attacks on bleeding targets by 20%, and increases the critical strike chance of your Ferocious Bite ability on bleeding targets by 25%. Bleed damage, you always have bleeds on the target, so this means your Maul and Shred will always do more damage on bleeding targets. Also your Ferocious Bite. Next one, Berserk. Not even going to explain it. You know what it does. Also, very mandatory. Very mandatory. Alright, so that finishes up the Feral Tree. Moving on to Resto. I have Heart of the Wild. It's the only talent I have in the Resto tree. Oh, well, it looks like I've moved on to Glyphs. Okay, Heart of the Wild, Intellect by 6%, and blah blah blah. In addition, while in bear form, your stamina is increased by 6%, and in cat form, your attack power is increased by 10%. Must have. Okay, on to Glyphs. I have, for Prime, I have Mangle, straight up damage increase, Rip, straight up damage increase, and Berserk, which increases the duration of Berserk by 5 seconds. Those, I would say, are the talents you need. Berserk could be switched out with Tiger's Fury. It decreases the cooldown of Tiger's Fury by 3 seconds, but I like the duration increase more. For Majors, I have Feral Charge, reduces the cooldown of it. I have Maul, which makes Maul hit 2 targets for those tight situations. I have Bark Skin, which decreases your critical strike, or increases your resistance to critical strikes while you have Bark Skin active. Okay? And for Minor, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I have Dash, Aquatic Form, and Rebirth, if you need Rebirth on the spot. Yeah, so that's my spec. I'm running really, really, really short on time, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, email us, all that will be in the description. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your Feral spec. Hey guys, thanks for watching the guide. I was talking really, really fast, so I apologize, just because I had to record it and do a voiceover over it. I didn't have much time. I had to cram everything I wanted to in the time of the stuff that I recorded. Like I said before, I'm not that good with editing and stuff, so that's really Jared's thing. So anyway, I wanted to add this on the end because a few things I wanted to say. I know I said I was going to do some hunter stuff, and I probably will end up doing some hunter stuff too. But shortly after I said that in that video about the hunter stuff, I started leveling up this druid. He was 77 at the time, and now he's 85, of course. And I started getting into PvP with him, and it's really fun. So I don't really have that much experience. I know this spec, the 038.3. I really like it because there's so much stuff in the Feral tree that you need to buff your cat form and your bear form that you don't really need to spend elsewhere in the balanced or resto trees. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching one more time. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or the email, and all that will be in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.